Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL 100 Game of the Week on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see the Red Rifle, Andy Dalton, and the Cincinnati Bengals as they take on last year's #1 overall pick, Baker Mayfield, and the upstart Cleveland Browns. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, well, the folks here, they are bundled up, but they're ready for football as you get a look at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Watch the run, watch the run.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down now.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and then hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
53 is the mark. I got you. 36.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. It's no secret that this is a team that's built on passing, but as you always tell me, you have to throw the run in there every now and then to keep that pass sharp.
Yeah, you have to, because otherwise, if they never have to worry about running the football, it is just a controlled sprint to your quarterback, and eventually, you're calling on your backup quarterback.
But they got to do better than that last go-around. They went in the wrong direction.
No chance.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. And Eifert has it. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us for their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
They'll run on first down. Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That's going to be caught. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Let's go.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's
under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Christian Kirksey coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Second down and goal. Dalton, and he's got his big tight end, Eifert, and it's a Bengal touchdown. Tyler Eifert, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Yeah, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed, and this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. But whatever they said appears to have worked. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And this one goes nowhere, losing yardage back at the 22. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Nick Chubb, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Now Mayfield, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. The start of this game shaping up nicely on that visiting sideline.
Yeah, how about that? You get your points on the opening drive. Then you get a big sack there on 3rd down, and you make the home crowd go.
There is a hush indeed. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. The Bengal offense on their way out as we look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Yeah, he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing, Mayfield. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. A 1st down throw from Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. The numbers for Njoku from a week ago: 7 catches, 71 yards, and a touchdown.
And that gives him 9 for the season, and I've been around the game long enough to know this. 10 is the benchmark number, all right? People want to get to there because that really signifies that you've had the year that you've been looking for and also gives you respect around the league.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big game there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports.
Right here.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Run.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Mayfield to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball is expected to be caught.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Dalton, 1st and 10. Got his man, it's Eifert. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. He gets this one to Boyd. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a pickup of 5. Brings up 2nd down.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike.
2nd and 5 now. Dalton. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. And Dalton to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he'll be taken down at the 18. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
I'm going back to you. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Kings. 54. 5. Hey, tighten down. There you go. Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike. Here we go. Hey, watch that.
On 4th down, they snap it to Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Mayfield now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Bengals and Browns, this is one of our final few NFL 100 series games. And speaking of series, the 92nd meeting between these two teams. The Bengals holding the 50-41 all-time edge. Last year, the Browns won both games, one in November, then again on December 23rd. And both of these franchises founded by Coach Paul Brown, who, of course, the Browns are named after. But then he would later go downstate to help found the Bengals in May of 1967. A run for Nick Chubb. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing, fellas. All day. Let's get it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
54. Focus, defense, focus. Right there. 54, right there.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. The catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Great corner out there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. We remind you that coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football. Seems like we've seen the Seahawks quite a bit in prime time the last few weeks, and we get them again tonight as they head down to L.A. to take on the Rams. And then tomorrow night for Monday Night Football, it's Giant looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hurry. Drop deep.
Mayfield looks to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. So thanks to the late field goal. No, I'm not mad at you for skipping halftime, but can I just have a sip of water real quick, please? Thank you. All right, let's go. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. They run it again with Chubb. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
King. Hurry.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And it is incomplete. BiGsToNeR there defensively. So, Charles, talk about a play that could prove pivotal. And I mean pivotal. That decision right there could be really costly.
Without a doubt. You talk about taking a chance there and deciding you're going to go all in, as they like to say. That's exactly what that one was, and it didn't pay off.
Yeah, inside their own territory, game tied this stage of the contest. Boy. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
1st and 10 for Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
That goes in the category of a play that the defense is going to cherish and excites them. A completion, yes, you give up the pass, but no gain. I mean, that's exactly what you want on defense.
And sets up the 4th down. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Baker Mayfield, in all likelihood, is going to be seeing a lot of these Cincinnati Bengals in the coming years, twice this season. And he got off to a great start last year as a rookie against Cincinnati. 7 touchdown passes, no interceptions, and 2 wins. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Chubb. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Squeeze, double.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Tyler Lockett. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him in contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Here's Dalton. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. So Dalton now finding Green complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. Andy Dalton now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. Dalton now to pass. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. On first down, Mixon. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with this 4-point fourth quarter lead. And the Bengals on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I've apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. How about this Browns defense? They've held so far. This is now 3rd and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field that's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are once again going to retake the lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. As we take a look at the playoff picture, and certainly a lot of jostling still to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
Yeah, exciting for us because we get to talk about it, and, you know, at the end of the day, 6 teams are going to go from each conference, and guess what? We're going to have a playoffs. But nerve-wracking for all the people involved, all the teams, because their goal is to get there. And anything less than that makes the season a disappointment. So they've got to be primed now for a big finish to their season.
He's not going to get me. Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
On 2nd down, Mayfield again. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike, 59. Let's go one more. Mike, check. 59. Hey, me and you all day. Alert. I'm coming after you. Hurry. Mike, 9. Hey, watch the slant.
And the blitz does come. He lets it fly for Lockett. It got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And again, it's Chubb. And an alley to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 21 yards. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
The lone man in the backfield here is Chubb on 2nd and goal.
I know he ain't got it. Hey, check. Hey, Charlie. Watch 55. Danny. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Mayfield to throw it. And it's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. So now Dalton and the Bengals down 24-20, 2:16 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
It'll be a gain of 2. And speaking of 2s, it'll take us to the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late go. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb, and they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Alert!
They run. Chubb. And an Allen run. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Chubb. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, alert 33.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Alert! Regular. Check 59.
Now Mayfield. He finds Beckham complete.
Pass interference. Defense.
So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Geno Atkins, the Pro Bowler, in there on the stop. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run with Chubb. Sheds another. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. Kill. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game.